Hello, how are you all doing? Welcome to a speedrun! Yes, enough of you have been asking, yo Beelz, you don't speedrun anymore, where are the speedruns? Well no, I'm not really a speedrunner necessarily. I've done speedruns in Skul for fun because I've found it fun in the past, especially back in early access. But here it is, I got lucky enough to give you a new one. So, some things have changed since way back in the early days, and since my last one, which I think was just after 1.0's release, I used Predator. Werewolf is just simply the easiest to start with, and probably the best for the entire run, due to his mobility. He has several abilities, Beast Sleep being the main one of them, which gets him around the map a bit quicker and easier. He can do some pretty cool skips if you get unlucky and find some bad rooms that Beast Sleep lets him do. You can see me having a hard time controlling it here. I am not used to running with Werewolf just yet. Like, I use Werewolf, obviously, I play the game, but I'm not used to speed running with him where I'm rushing and not really taking my time and planning things out. I'm kind of just going. Mistake there, I jumped up to the chest to try and activate. Like, you'll see me make a lot of like flubs here and there. Like, I accidentally think, oh, I need to jump up and do this or do that. My brain turns off in the middle of panic, in the middle of trying to do these runs. But yes, Werewolf will be the main Skul for the entirety of the run. You'll see me try and do something cool here. Pain and Despair. If I had another Beast Leap, I could have done that little jump right there. Saves about 2 or 3 seconds. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but I tried to look cool, and it backfired on me tremendously. Doing some rerolls for items here. Nothing that I can get, nothing that I want. I'm looking for busted stuff. If Forbidden Sword or the Virus were to show up right there, it would have made me a very happy Beelzy. But no, unfortunately not. The Archer Girl right here. First adventurer, and you can really see I am missing some power. Having Pain and Despair is great, but it is taking well and truly too many swings to knock her down right here. Feels bad. This is why if I was able to get like a really good, powerful item, you know, Hope Slasher, sooner than later. I see Ravenlord here and I just take it on a whim because I think to myself, I'm not going to find a good quintessence throughout the entirety of this run. I can just feel it in my bones, so I may as well grab this now. I passed up the Insignia, which might come back and bite me, a bit like that Thorn just did, but I'm going to play it safe and just say I'll take this now. Still making my way through. We upgraded Werewolf to Rare. Haven't got our second ability yet, but we are lucky enough that for all that Pain and Despair didn't help us get through the Adventurer fight all too quick, it does help us get through some of these smaller enemies, and later on I'll get another item that helps synergize with Pain and Despair a little bit that will boost the effectiveness. Here it is right here, the Thief Armor. Thief Armor used to be, back in the day, one of the best items in the game, especially for speedrunning, because it's only a rare quality item, it's inexpensive, you can find it relatively early, like I have here, and even though the main effect of Thief Armor has a 0.5 second cooldown, I don't think the critical effect, the one that shoots out the giant shuriken, I don't think that shares the same cooldown, because you'll often see small and large shurikens all launching in unison around the same time, and because Werewolf is a Skul that focuses so intently on crit, he's able to take pretty good advantage of Thief Armor really easily. The Yggdrasil fight, first health bar, melting down nice and quick. Move into the second one. I'm going to try and be super smart and cheeky here, and I thought I pressed my Ravenlord, but I apparently didn't. I'm going to press it super late. It should have see, look at that, I didn't even get to do it. It should have activated as soon as the second phase started, but whatever. It doesn't do huge damage, but, you know, get the explosive bomb, make our way through into Act 2. Just to go back to the beginning of what people were saying about speedrunning, I don't do it as much anymore because Skul is very RNG dependent. I mean, anyone who speedruns a roguelite or roguelike would understand this, and, you know, the pain of having so many runs need to be reset due to either... I'm gonna get real cheeky here and take this Harpy Knight while that Fireball guy is still trying to shoot me, and there's some of that Beast Sleep action getting me across there. I'm prioritizing... At first I prioritized money for items. I'm checking there. Samurai? No, it's too long to do that, to try and get Samurai. Grab the gloves here. Berserkers for the extra madness, just in case madness ends up being a thing. I probably should have kept Berserkers in hindsight, because, spoiler alert, I'll get rid of it at some point soon, but I'm just pointing it out now while I remember that Berserkers is really good for speedruns especially, but I make a decision later on and regret it. But going back to the beginning, because it's such an RNG kind of thing, I don't find it too enjoyable to reset. I can't get down here. To reset runs so often, you're basically resetting and resetting until you get, you know, the good start for one, you know, because unlike some other rogues, Skul is RNG right from the beginning, so you're not going to get the Skul that you want right from the start, or even an item that you want from the start. There are some games out there where you can at least start with one item or one or two items and a set, you know, a loadout, so to speak. You don't get that in Skul. Instead, you reset the start screen over and over again in the castle until you get, you know, Werewolf or whatever Skul it is that you want. Break the sword here, get the fragments. And I make a mistake of jumping up here thinking I'm about to leave, and I didn't even look at my fragment count. I have enough to upgrade, so I've come down to do it now. Idiot. But, because it's so RNG heavy, it becomes real tedious to reset just the beginning over and over again, let alone later on as you get through the run. A lot of runs die in Act 1 or even just early to mid Act 2 if you're just not getting what you need to really push values further. Right now I'm being carried purely by Pain and Despair and Thief Armor. Getting Pain and Despair was really handy, and then Thief Armor, if I didn't have Thief Armor by now, that's a reset. If I didn't get Pain and Despair by the end of Yggdrasil, that's a reset. Ideally, I would want to get things that make it really quick and easy to get through the beginning. So the Virus is pretty handy for that, just nuking screens to get to boss fights sooner. Kyrian, getting Forbidden Sword is obviously nice because by the time you get it upgraded in later acts of 2, 3, or even 4, it just starts eating through people nice and quick. Get the Skul here for the extra fragments. As well as things like Gunpowder Sword, Thieves' Blacksteel Dagger, the usuals that are really good, especially with Werewolf Gunpowder Sword, because now Werewolf is benefiting from his unique meter, which increases his critical hit chance, and I think his crit damage boosts a little bit as well. I don't remember the values off the top of my head right now. I'm just doing this off the cuff as post-commentary. Obviously, I'm not going to lie to you and say that I'm talking as I'm playing. If that wasn't obvious enough, this is all in post. Coming into the Lyanna Sisters fight. My speedy version of the Lyanna fight is sloppy. Just be warned. Also, you will see mistakes. This run is not perfect. It is far from perfect. I make tremendous amounts of mistakes in every speedrun I've ever done. I don't run dedicatedly. I don't practice rooms. I don't remember enemy spawns all the time. There will be a moment or two where I'm running to go to the end of the room and there are enemies that have spawned behind me after I've killed a certain wave, and I've got to turn around and run back, and it triggers me as much as it probably will you, so I apologize in advance for that. Quickly getting our way into the second sister fight. I tried to get a hunt. I tried to get a hunt on the sister, and I screwed it. I tried to get it at the very start of her phase activating, and I messed up. I felt bad about that, because the cooldown of hunt is just, it's not long. Werewolf's cooldowns are all pretty short, but it feels like an eternity when you know that that hunt is going to get, I think at this point it does, what, 150% extra damage taken to the enemy that gets hit by it? And then at legendary it's 200, or is it the other way around? It's 100 now and 150 at legendary. I don't remember. Anyway, the Goldmane Rapier right there. I'm thinking to myself, wow, okay. The run can continue because we got Goldmane Rapier, along with Pain and Despair and Thief Armor. Suddenly, my regular attack is turning into an actual cleaver, a Beyblade, a spinning vortex of doom, with all of these Pain and Despair madness boosts with my attack speed, the Thief Armor coming out with the shurikens, and now the Rapier. We get a special room here with the mana... Oh my god, I'm flubbing on the name. The mana thing back there, I forget, what is it called again? Anyway, I'm in the shop, I'm re-rolling. The Rake of Fury popped up, and immediately my YouTube video brain is like, oh look, Madness. I need to take that Madness item for the Madness run. And it's like, no, wait, idiot, this is meant to be a fast run, don't take it. It's not bad to take, necessarily, but at this point in the run, I'm thinking more about how am I going to kill bosses faster. I'm still keeping an eye out for things like Kyrian, obviously, but Rake of Fury is not going to help me kill Joan or the hero or even the 4th adventurer fight too quick at all. It has a lot of dead weight to it. I don't know what the consensus on Rake of Fury is with the speedrunning community at large. I completely skipped the NPC back there. I may have wanted to go back and get the buff from her, but in the event that it was just life, I decided, you know what, I'm behind already. I need to run ahead and just skip the NPC and not worry about it. Yes, I might come to regret that. If that was extra crit or physical attack, sad me, but, you know. Third adventurer fight goes down relatively quick and easy. No healer there, which makes me really happy. She's not, you know, there to stall me out and make it take longer. And now I can finally come in here and upgrade Werewolf again. We have enough fragments now. We get the big mean green Werewolf, and I think... No, I don't try and do a really cool Beast Sleep thing right there. Don't worry. Coming into the latter half of Act 3, now that I have Legendary Wolf, I have 2 goals in mind. Hunt anything large and in charge, and then nuke it after it's been hunted on, and try and keep my green meter full. And you'll notice a lot, actually, that I am terrible at keeping the green meter going. The idea is you want to be zipping around. See, I'm standing still for a second there? Bad Beelz. You need to get in the habit of being hyperactive. Oh, look, there's Master Fighter. Excellent. Quick decision, quick decision. Ring of Wind? Ah, man, why didn't you get rid of the weird glove? Look at these irrational decisions that are being made in a split second while I'm sitting here. I can tell you exactly what's going through my head at that time. I see Master Fighter. I open up my item menu, and what's going on in my head is, what do I do? And that's exactly what's going on, which is why I got rid of the Ring of Wind instead of the glove that does an explosion. Ring of Wind does a lot of attack speed that I probably shouldn't have gotten rid of just now. Right there! I ran forward thinking that the minion dude behind me died along with the soldier, and he didn't. That soldier totally ate all that damage for him. By the way, bad RNG on the rooms right now. This is another thing that can get in the way, is some rooms like this one just take a long time to get through because the room itself just... Look how slow it's going. If you don't stay here and kill all these minions, you can't leave the room. On the plus side, though, I can do a pretty cool hunt skip right there to get up the wall and move into the Chimera. Now, I am at 9.5 minutes and I'm at the Chimera. This feels good for me. This is decent. This run, honestly, is maybe 1 or 2 decent items away from being pretty good, to be honest. If I was able to replace the Raven Lord with Orc, that would be the cherry on top, as well as, you know, 2 or 3 decent items that are really nice for boosting speedruns. But in about, what was that, 20 seconds roughly, Chimera goes down. Feels good. We get the Pot of Greed, which I've replaced my Berserker's Gauntlet with. Instead of the bow, Werewolf glitched out there, I should have gotten rid of the bow or the glove again. Why in the world did I get rid of my Berserker's Gauntlet? I have no idea. This is the main thing I need to clean up in my speedruns, is my decision making. I'm too erratic. I'm too all over the place. I don't stop and really think, and I don't have a priority in my head that I need to think of. See, what I should have done is, as soon as I pick up Berserker's Gauntlet, I think to myself, right, this just stays. Just don't consider getting rid of it ever. Instead, I think to myself, well, I never really need Berserker's Gauntlet anyway, right? My life never gets that low. Completely forgetting that he's doing a speedrun and that my HP is going to be plummeting at some point because very soon I'm just going to start face tanking things to try and get it killed ASAP. Because as I've said in previous videos, your HP is a resource. Your HP is no longer your life. Your HP is currency, and you spend that currency to make things die faster. But if you run out of currency, you die. That's the joke, right? That's the gimmick. Your HP is a currency. Get used to it being cash. Activating Ravenlord in the hopes of killing the guy on the far left, but haha, this is a physical werewolf. Ravenlord is magic. Of course it's not going to kill anything. That little girl in the cage there. Sorry, guys. Sorry, gang. Get mad at me in the comments all you want. I'm not going to be freeing her. Realistically, I probably shouldn't have freed half the stuff that I did in this run. Wait, it was just a harpy, wasn't it? And the NPC that gave me a skull. Yeah, okay, I made good decisions. I make great decisions. I never make a single mistake ever. I apologize, the commentary is not really telling you much about what's going on. It is just me rushing back and forth. Like I said, I'm doing hunt on anything consequential, so like this dude right here, I missed hunt, by the way. The hitbox for hunt is a little bit confusing. You kind of want to do it at a distance. It has like a gap right in the front of Werewolf. If you do it point blank, you will sometimes end up missing. There's Thieves' Black Steel Dagger! Get rid of the bow. Yes, finally. Get rid of the bow and get rid of the gloves. They should have been gone ages ago. Now, in combination with the fact that Legendary Werewolf is already doing a lot of crits because of his green meter at the bottom, Thieves' Black Steel Dagger being at full stacks, plus Pain and Despair, plus all the other stuff, we're critting a lot. We are critting a lot. And right now, there's 2 items in the back of my head that I am practically salivating over. I need some items, right? The first one, which is less consequential, is the Cowardly Bowmaster's Bow. No, the Hunter's Longbow. Why did I say cowardly? The Hunter's Longbow, which is the one that gives me 50% more crit damage, right? With all these crits, boosting crit damage only just seems logical, right? But the most important one is Gunpowder Sword, and I've sung Gunpowder Sword's praises so much. I need this item, by the way. Thief Fight, Thief/Ninja over here. Normally a complete pain, but he's going to make a big mistake in this fight that's going to cost him. You're going to see it in a second. I'm going to hunt him. You can see the hunt debuff on him on the side there, so I can tell which one he is. And Thief is going to sit in the corner here and activate his ultimate. And like I said, my life is a resource. I'm going to stand there and bully him to death. Which, this was great, by the way. That was a nice, fast Act 4 Adventurer fight. Normally, if I got the Paladin or even the Archer Girl or anyone else, like, they can end up being really annoying. But Thief Dude genuinely has low HP, so if you get him stuck in the corner like that, he can and will just melt. But yeah, Gunpowder Sword, like I was saying, one of the best items in the entire game. Anyone who sleeps on Gunpowder Sword hasn't used it in combination with heavy crit builds like Thieves or just Werewolf in general. It doesn't have the 0.5 second internal cooldown that Explosive Arrow and Thief Armor has. Thief Armor and Explosive Arrow both got nerfed upon 1.0's release. They also never used to have an internal cooldown. I've got a Gun Mummy run from back in the day where he is able to just shoot, and every single bullet shoots both a shuriken and explodes from the explosive arrow, and it was completely broken. And so they nerfed those two items, but they overlooked Gunpowder Sword, and Gunpowder Sword is just ridiculous. And if I were to get Gunpowder Sword in this run, everything would be dying near instantly, because everything is a crit at this point. There's few attacks here that aren't crits, and here's my life getting absolutely chunked away from me right now, because I am throwing my face into damage. Hunt on the big man. Eat him before he can do anything. Eat all these things. There's a ninja. Hurry up and spawn, dude. I'm trying to stand here and catch this item. Nah, don't want that. Voodoo Doll, yuck. Voodoo Doll implies that I'm going to lose more. Oh, Jagamonthorn. Jagamonthorn, genuinely good. No, get rid of the glove. Get rid of the glove. Rear Blast. Rear Blast is amazing, dude. Get rid of the glove, finally. Oh my god. I actually sat here and tried to sell the bomb for a microsecond there, and it wasn't going to happen. I was like going to jiggle back and forth. It's like, no, give me the option to sell the bomb. But I realized I've got enough money to buy food. I probably shouldn't have bought food right there. It's not really that necessary. It's a bit of a waste of time, but I'm nervous. There it is. I told you about it earlier. Enemy spawned behind me. My heart sank. I'm like, no way, dude. No way. Enemy spawned behind me right there. How did I forget this? I've been playing this game. I have hundreds of hours in this game. I have so much time in this game. I'm going to check really quickly while I'm chunking away at those enemies right there. I have, in Skul the Hero Slayer, 635 hours in this game. And I didn't think that there were enemies, that there were going to be enemies spawning behind me right there. It just goes to show the anxiety of going fast gets the better of me. I was going to say all of us, but it's probably just me. And makes it really difficult. Coming into the Joan fight, we're getting closer and closer to the end, closer to wrapping up. I apologize, I'm trying to keep the commentary fresh. Fresh as a daisy, fresh as a watermelon in the open sun. Isn't that nice? I'm trying to keep my meter full, but I'm not doing a good job. Here's a trick. I jump, I dash, and I activate Beast Sleep at the same time, right? And I tried to get some movement. And what's happened is my werewolf has landed on the far left, right next to the pillar. And the ravens have started spawning on top of me, and they're spawning on top of the pillar. I'm going to dash away. I want to get away quicker, but I delayed. I activate the ravens finish off the left pillar, I'm at the right pillar, down it goes. Lots of damage, lots of big, chunky, hefty, beefy damage. I'm dashing around, attacking, trying to keep my Pain and Despair and my werewolf meter active. Hunt, do some beast sleeps, trying to control my beast sleeps. Slash. Damage her. And of course she activates a beam. This is like technically still better than if she teleported away to like one of the walls. It's not a slow Joan, but it's activating the beam is annoying. I'm glad I didn't lose my first life there though, and she gave me a giant health orb. I feel like that's just pleasant luck, and just really good right there. But moving into the latter half, chunk out these statues, make our way through. I'm not going to have enough money to buy an item right now. I already know this. So as soon as I get into the shop, I'm going to try and zip past, snag myself something delicious to take on the way to the hero fight. Maybe split something with him. Can I get a burger and fries, maybe? No, we get the... I couldn't even read it. It was the shuriken thing. I'm not sharing that with the hero. He can go and get his own. Just past the 16-minute mark. just for reference, the world record right now is somewhere around 14 minutes. I'll probably have a picture pop up on the screen at some point towards the end to show you what it actually is. But speedruns, like I said in Skul, they're so RNG dependent. Despite the fact that this is a decent run with good items, it can always be better. For one, I could clean up all my mistakes, but at the same time, it's like you need to play really well, and also just don't make mistakes, dude. I've made too many mistakes in this run that have cost me time. But I would say maybe a minute worth of time has come from my mistakes. Other time saves come from RNG on the rooms. If you get big wave rooms or big convoluted to get around rooms, like the infamous tower in Act 2 where you gotta hop your way up and kill the orb casters, that sucks. But then just item RNG. You want to get like a really broken, powerful item at the very start of your run. And we kind of got that with Pain and Despair, but it could always be more broken. Hero fight, first phase. My goal is to keep putting Hunt on him, keep hitting him, trade my life. I don't care about getting hit at this point. I care about hitting him. You'll see me dashing back and forth. Now here, he goes into this annoying mode, and I'm running against the wall. And at this point right here, I realize, whoa, 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 my green meter is going down. Running against the wall is not cutting it, dude. My meter, though. Thankfully, I've got Thieves' Black Steel Dagger, which is helping to compensate for my loss and crit right there. And once again, I'm too used to video Beelz where I'm not moving. Keep moving, dude. You gotta get that meter. Activate Ravenlord. Ravenlord's going to activate here. Get the Hunt on him so Ravenlord does more damage. And just carve away, dude. Forget your life. Your health isn't your own. Your health is a currency to be spent for the purposes of getting a better time. And down he goes. Now, spoiler alert, I didn't get my gunpowder sword, which is what I really wanted. But if I had, Joan, the hero, and anyone else that came before would have been liquefied. But, despite that, I think it's doing pretty good. We got that Raven dude poking the hero in the butt, and then he pieces out right before the hero fight activates. What a coward. He pokes him in the rear end and then gets out there and it's like, you deal with it, dude. I'll just make him mad. Oh, look, he came back. Go on, poke him again. Nah, he's not going to poke him. But there you go, 18 minutes and 15 seconds. Look at that. That's pretty decent. I think that's my PB right now. I don't think I've beaten 18:15 since 1.0's release. Obviously, times were different back in the day when you only had 3 acts to do. But 18:15, that's my PB. Thank you to Werewolf, to Pain and Despair, to my gang, to my audience, to all of you, to the Ravenlord, but most importantly, a big thank you goes to the hero for being really kind and not being completely rude and doing annoying stuff in Phase 2 right there. So right about here, I'm going to stick the image up of the current leaderboard for Skul the Hero Slayer speedruns in the normal category. There is a rookie mode category and a normal category. Big shout-outs go out to the wonderful dude who is currently the leaderboard. I have no idea. I have no idea how to say his name. It's like LLLLLIII, something like that. I have no idea. It's like a guy in the Discord calls it the barcode dude. But in any case, big shoutouts to him. I'm going to leave a link to his channel in the description below. He's currently the record holder, and it's probably the best runner for Skul that there is right now. Go check him out. Check out some of his speedruns, and you'll see how it's meant to be done. Not my mistake-riddled mess. Yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed something a little different and to get back into a bit of a speedrun mood right here. But with all of that said and done, I've got to get out of here. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Have a good one.